and welcome to me doing my full face of makeup. Now as you can see, I've already prepped my face and now we are going to begin with makeup. The first step is to use this. It is a setting spray, but I also use it just to kind of refresh my face before I start anything. I've had a very intimate relationship with makeup. I remember when I was 13 or 14, I would take my mom's makeup, whatever she had at that moment, eyebrows or lipstick. I would just dab it on my lip. I would love it so much, and I would just find any and every opportunity to use some sort of makeup on my face. The next step is to go in with a foundation. For my first foundation, I'm going in with this Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless Filter Foundation. I've heard so much about it and I recently got my hands on this and it is so incredible. It's not technically a foundation, so I would call it a primer. I hate using my hands for makeup, so we blend this with a foundation brush. These are Morphe brushes. Also, to those of you who don't know, I live in Mumbai and I work as an actor. So this is something technically I have to do every day of my life. For auditions, for shoots, it just looks like I dipped my face in some glow solution and I'm out and I'm a newborn baby. We would go in with a foundation. This is the Armani Luminous Silk Foundation. You shake it and then I would take about 2 pumps of it in the back of my hand. Put it as small dots, and what you put on your face, you put on your neck. Now I know these makeup could be expensive, but I really believe that more than what you put on your skin, it's really important how you put it. My sisters think that I take a lot of time doing my makeup, but I really need to tell them that I'm blending. It's really important to blend. Oh my god, look at that. It's so pretty. I used to use a beauty blender before, but these days I've switched to brushes and I feel like they pick really lesser product as compared to the blender. I've imagined myself making makeup videos and I would always talk to myself while doing my makeup. To people who would just be present in the room, it would freak them out. But nobody told me how hard this is, because this is really hard to do it in front of the camera. But anyway, the next step is to go in and to apply concealer. This is my holy grail. I have bought many of these. This is the NARS creamy concealer. I would apply it in like triangles under my eye, like so, a little bit above my eye, to prime my eye for the eyeshadow. Just cover up any of the spots if I have on my face. I'd say I learned doing my makeup primarily through watching girls on YouTube do their makeup, also through experimenting. I've had major makeup incidents or faults that I've made. I went out with sharp contour lines, I went out with foundations darker or lighter than my skin. Those mistakes were definitely necessary for me to go through and learn. I think makeup is such a fun thing to do. It's basically big girl painting and it's also just a form of self-expression. Also, by the way, I'm using a concealer brush again from Morphe. All the brushes that I'm going to use today is from Morphe. Before setting it with a powder, I would go again with a beauty blender. One very cool trick I learned is when you're setting your eye, especially my eyeline creases, when you set your eye right before that, this, you blend it and then you take a powder puff. This is a Huda Beauty powder puff, and then you this is MAC Studio Fix powder. Again, a holy grail. I can't do without this. Most of the times I step out my house just using MAC and like some tint and eyebrows. I never leave my house without doing my eyebrows. Now that my eyes are set, I'm gonna go in for the rest of my face with a powder brush like so, and just go in. I think I've been somebody always, for my family also, if there's like a wedding or a sangeet, I would do everybody's makeup. There would be people one after another. I did my sister's makeup for her wedding, which was very special. Yeah, by the end of it, my back would hurt, but it's worth it because it makes my people happy. Now that my base is set, it's time to bring back that glow and just set the base. Even when I'm shooting, I prefer to do my own makeup, but when I'm shooting for advertisements, they usually want a very minimal makeup, so it's very hard for me to stop myself from doing just a little bit more. This is when the light hits. This is with the curtains a little bit closed. Okay, I think you get a better understanding in this. And now for the eyebrows. Today I'm going to be doing it a little differently because I got some new products. The first one is this Volumizing Tinted Brow Gel. It's from Anastasia. Take the spoolie of this and brush it up. Next up, I'll use this pencil. I would just fill in the gaps, and we want to keep it natural. I used to make my eyebrows look so big. When you looked at my face, it would be just my big blocky eyebrows, and I feel like that was also the trend, but natural brows are coming back in. The way I like to do is a straighter brow, so just fill this part in and clean it off. Now I don't like the ends of my eyebrows going down. I like them to go straight. The same concealer brush and just clean it up. Last step would be to grab a spoolie. Give one last brush up. Next step are the eyes. Should we do the eyes? Actually, let's do blush. Today I'm going to use this Glowgasm Beauty Light Wand from Tilbury, and this product is insanely gorgeous. You put that. My favorite makeup product is a blush, and I go a little crazy, so I do here, here, and in my nose. Grab a blush brush. I put this blush before I set with powder, but I forgot, so it's okay, never mind. It's still looking nice. And only when that wasn't enough, we put some more blush. This one is from Rare Beauty. I love this shade called Hope. With this product, a little really goes a long way, so I like to apply blush on the apples of my cheek. Then we blend. And I like to kind of take my blush a little above towards my eyes. Next up is eyes. And I really don't go crazy with my eyes, especially like on an everyday. My blush, eyeshadows, so I like to kind of keep it in the pinker tones. It gives me a more fresher look. Oh my god, I'm obsessed with this product that I got. It's this Chanel eyeshadow palette, and it's a limited edition of Chanel and Louboutin together. I'm going to take a flat brush like so, do this color, and how I like to apply it is sort of dab it in my eye. I would take a fluffier brush and go in with a darker color just to go over my crease and create that kind of shadow. I would also take my Charlotte palette and go with a little darker pinker tone, dab it above my eyes a little bit. And blend in the crease. Ooh, she's pink. I really don't like to do liners, especially like on an everyday. It's only for very particular looks. I'd curl my lashes. Make sure all your hair goes into the curler. Yep. This is the YSL mascara. I really love it. It's super black and nice. How I like to put my mascara is I would start close to my lash line and then just like do this motion. I don't know what's called. Do this motion and then gently brush it up. Focus on the outer lashes of my eye. Just go in with the end of the mascara spoolie and you see the difference? Wow. I would do the next eye and come back. And I also like to apply my mascara in my lower lashes, but like very little. One of my makeup artists taught me that do not clean the mascara when it's wet because it'll smudge, but you can always clean your mascara once it's dried off and it just like comes off very easily. Till the time it's drying, we can go in with a kajal. You can take any kajal and just apply them on the upper lash line. See, now that my mascara is pretty much dried off, I'll take that same Q-tip again and then clean it off. Now I don't like to do liners, but what I like to do is I like to take flat brush, go in with a brown powder and just apply it tightly to my lash line. That same Q-tip and smudge that. And lastly, to clean everything off, I'll take a spoolie and just like brush if there's any extra product. Okay. The next step is contouring. I don't like to contour my face too much, but I take something like this. It's sort of a bronzer brown color. It's from Benefit. And then I would take the same Benefit brush and then just go in with my jawline. And how I like to go in my jawline is below my jaw. Go a little bit on my cheeks. And then a little bit on the forehead, not so much. The same blush brush that I used and blend that in. I am very scared to contour my nose. I'm just wondering if I should do it. Okay, I will take the fluffy brush again and then just go the tip of my nose. I love a button nose. Go a little bit on the bridge of my nose. Oh, that's so cute. At the side, the concealer brush, blend that in. That's not bad. Lips. First step, put Vaseline. Just like another Q-tip, and then clean everything off. See, I just got a nice lip scrub. The Benetint, I know this is a family favorite product. My lip pencil, this is the Charlotte Tilbury one. It's in Pillow Talk medium. This lip liner is really good because it's very close to my lip color and it gives a very natural, bigger look. So I would go in with, okay, I have to stop talking for this, but watch. I would do this with this, and I would draw just like a little bit bigger than my lips. Like we would cheat and make our lips look bigger and more fuller. Here in the center, we'd go in like properly, and then above we'll do the same thing. In the center we'll keep a little more, and then with a finger, because no sharp line. And then I would apply the same lip liner all over my lips. See, our lips look so much fuller already. Next, we apply a lipstick. This one is from YSL and it's in the shade N10 Raw Couture lipstick. Don't quote me on that. Don't like to apply lipstick like fully, but dab it. So what a pretty shade. We can add a little more glow. This is the Dior Forever Illuminating Powder, highlighting powder. It's super glowy. Powder brush like this, go all over my body, neck, my shoulders, and then some on my face, nose, forehead. And I think we're pretty much done. Let's set it up. Let's take... Oh, before we step out, fragrance. This is my signature scent. It's Prada's Paradox Intense and it smells so good. It lasts you all day, I promise. So just like... That's my makeup, you guys. Let me know how you like it. Thanks for watching. Let me know what you want to see next on my channel, and I love you guys. Bye.